Hi everybody. Today I wanted to go through some work with crystals and yourself and trusting your intuition, and how do you get round to trusting yourself as in your body. I do a crystal class here once a fortnight, and the class is going to learn how to do exactly what I'm going to show you today. But I'm going to show you a mini version of what we're going to do in the class, but it's the same principles, so that you can get a much better idea of how you can start working with crystals and trusting them and they trusting you. Once that trust is up and running, and then you start to trust your body. I'm going to talk just briefly about your body, this thing, the house that gets you around, gets you everywhere. When I say trust your body, lots of people seem to think that, they say, well, how do you listen to your body? What's my body trying to tell me? Where's that higher sense working from me? Why am I still going down the same paths? Why is my life not turning out how I'd like it? And why is my health not getting any better? I'm going to the doctors, I'm taking medicine, but I seem to be taking medicine forever. There are lots of people, I have clients that come and tell me they've been on a medicine that was only supposed to be for 3 months. 5 years later, they're still on exactly the same medicine. And they start to be concerned, is this now causing me problems? And alarmingly so, when you read the paper that comes with a lot of medicines, they state on that, do not use for long periods of time because of depression or becoming addicted to the drugs, or the drugs not working properly after a while because the body's got used to it, absorbs it, and all the other things that we know nothing about. When you're working more in tune with your body, you are literally guided by your body, and being in tune with it is actually something you do every single moment while you're alive. You trust your body more than you realize, and you probably have never really bothered to say to your body, gosh, I'm so lucky I've got you. But you are very lucky. If you're watching this video, you are extremely lucky, and you're going to start really getting into a partnership. And if you want a really outstanding relationship, you have it with literally yourself. You have it with this. All this, whatever all this is to you, you have it with that. Because your body takes you places that you couldn't possibly go otherwise. It gives you an opportunity to live on planet Earth. You might be a skydiver, a swimmer, a walker, a runner, all sorts of things, all sorts of manners of moving around. That is all done by your body. Your body is constantly in contact with the outside world, with nature, with Mother Earth, Father Sky, brother and sister sea and air. All of those things your body is chatting to, because that's how it was made. It was originally formulated from plants, animals, insects, fish, plants in the sea, you name it, your body is made from it. There are tribes, about 18 different tribes in the world, where you will exactly line up with other people. And they're because you take on the form of animals, plants, certain things that grow in the sea and swim in the sea, certain things in the sky. These are totems of yours. Like the Native American Indians have totem poles, and they have animals and figurines on them. And so do many other places all around the world. The snake, jaguar. If you see coloured spots, if you're in need of fight or flight, you will take on the jaguar. You don't necessarily need to take that one on. You might have another animal one of my biggest, I have two animals. One is the snake and the other one is the elephant. I've met them. I actually do have a jaguar as well, which I used to have when I was seriously just left a relationship and needed a lot of energy, and I'd literally see this jaguar going puffing and panting because it'd been running somewhere, and that meant I could take that energy from them and use it without touching them at all. You don't need to harm it, you don't need to eat it, you don't need to skin it alive, you don't need to do anything to it. You're allowed to take it. That's your power animal. And we all have power animals, and we have power insects. Mine is the hornet and the dragonfly. So we have power insects that we need for our bodies and for our help. There are all sorts of, everyone has, as I say, these tribes that we belong to. So when it comes to understanding the body and how we can trust it, every single day you breathe, every single minute. You can't be alive unless you breathe. And we trust our body to breathe, formulate whatever it's breathed in, put it wherever it needs to go. We take that for granted, but taking it for granted means you trust it. So if the word trust doesn't settle with you, taking it for granted will. So you take that for granted every day. When you walk up and down stairs, wherever, you're taking for granted your body knows what to do. You do not say to your body, I want you to walk up and down those stairs. And you don't calculate how wide the stairs are or how steep they are. And then if should you think, oh, these stairs, I wonder how wide they are, you end up tripping up or down them. So I think most of us have learned, leave it to the body to do that without getting involved. And this is what you're going to learn in this exercise here. You're going to ask questions, physically ask questions. And then you're going to work with crystals and oracle cards. You're going to write questions like this, make a big circle. We're going to use Rose Quartz to start with because it's a very, very good crystal. It's gentle, it's stabilizing, and it helps a lot with you learning very subtly to listen. Listen to your body. There are lots of tips in your body that will tell you if you're going down the wrong path. You just have to notice them and then ask questions when you're noticing it. What's wrong? Are the people around me not interacting with me? Is the food I'm about to buy not as good as I thought it was? And on and on and on. And if you have your crystal with you, so this is a rose quartz, you can have it like this. It's a lovely polished stone. And you can also have it with you as a pendulum. Like that. If you're going to carry one around and ask lots of questions, I would suggest you take a pendulum. I'll show you how the pendulum works. But always have a polished stone so that you can put it in the center of your circle so that it's always working. And then the two stones will talk to each other. And in this, you're going to make a round circle like that. Draw a round circle. You can do it in pencil. And then have 6 segments. And on this one, I've written at the top, write down 6 areas of your life you want to change. And I've just written down on this, health, wealth, friendships, mentoring, work, and fitness. So the health is obviously my health, and that can be food intake. It can still be fitness, but it's an overall health. How is my health at the moment? Do I actually know how it is? What do I think is wrong? Can I run? Can I walk? Do I walk slightly off kilter? Like I've got arthritis in my hands and wrists. Look at yourself and think, is everything working all right? Does everything seem all right? And go over your body. Then if you've got any areas that you'd really like to have help with, in the health section, in little letters, write down, for instance, it's me, wrists, fingers. You could put down arthritis, whatever you feel is wrong with your health. on parts of your body that you'd really like to see the biggest effect happen, write it in here. Then in your next section, and I've put numbers on there, I'll hold it up so you can see it. So the numbers don't go round clockwise, because you don't want it just to go round. You put your numbers however you want them to be, back to front, wherever. Just so that you know you're not just following a simple pattern round, because that gets laziness and who knows what's going to happen. So my next one is wealth. Now wealth can be cash in your hand, cash flow through your bank, keeping it there so you can put it into savings. Obviously it can be digital through plastic cards. Again, so you can save it. You can look at your account and think, oh, a good healthy account means you're going to be a bit happier, less stress, feel much better. So everything's a bit combined. But so wealth can be that. Wealth could be the friendships. You have people round for lunch. You have people round that you see and can talk to about anything. Have a good old laugh about just crazy things, just things that go on in your life. Have people round to look at your garden, talk about flowers, go for walks. That's wealth. Wealth is having lots of everything in your life. Doesn't have to be monetary, but put it down, and then if you want it to be monetary, make a note that you'd like more cash flow, more money, and when it comes into your bank, although it will go out to pay for things, you'd like it to stay and build up so you can start saving. So you always have money, has your back. You have safety and you feel good about it. So that's your wealth category. Friendships. So I've got friendships down here. And friendships doesn't mean that you haven't got any friends or you have loads of friends. But in the friendships, you want to put down how you want to feel in those friendships. Do you want those friendships to be close friends as well as not so close acquaintances, people you see more often? And in the close friends, they're much closer. You talk about them. You talk to them every day. You talk about things in your life and they share with you their lives. You can talk to them about doing these together, and you work in a group and you ask each other, how did you get on with that? Well, how did that work? That's a good way to do it, because you keep on track. Although you can watch my videos, you can be talking to your friends about this. So friendships, you can put anything down. That's a friendship with your pets. When you go for walks, you've got lots to talk about. You feel good about the walk. They feel good about the walk. They get used to a time, so your dog's always ready to go out at that time. So are you. You're sort of keeping each other in check. You go out. It might be your cat, someone sits on your lap and you're stroking it. It's all these different things that are friendships. So look into that and write down if you want it to be improved or just stay as it is, but it's really good and you want that feeling of fantasticness to carry on. Next one I put down is mentoring. And by that I mean, when I'm working, I meet lots of people naturally. And in that, sometimes they themselves run jobs. And I might feel I would like to be mentored. I want to learn more about Reiki. I'm a Reiki master, but there's no harm in wanting to learn more. And everyone has a different way of seeing their chosen subject. So I can be in a room with 50 Reiki masters and we will all work differently, because we all come from different aspects of life. We've all had different growing up, fitting in with everything. So when I'm doing my work, I might go to someone and think, I actually know nothing about that area. I've listened to their lives. I'd like some mentoring there. And you go and see people, so you learn more about other people or different situations. Or even when you join somewhere and then somebody becomes a mentor, because you know that you can learn more from that person about all sorts of things. So I put mentoring down because I think that's still quite important to be learning as a constant. Next to that, I've got work. Again, you can put little notes in there. The people there bully you, whatever. If you want to know more, certainly contact me and say, message me, leave messages under these forums and put down, I go to work and my boss is just horrendous. I work next door to someone and they just are relentlessly demoralizing me, depressing me, and I love my job, but what else can I do? I might have some tips for you, and if I don't and you put comments in, other people can add their comments and make a fantastic site where people all feel can put words in and ideas to make life better and easier. Going from work, we go to fitness. What fitness would you like in your life? Would it just be a bit of movement, up, down? It could be weights, you're working in weights. You might find that just moving your body every so often, maybe really gentle movement, maybe little tiny movement, especially if you've had any damage in your stomach area for whatever reason. You might only need to move small amounts with your legs to get the core muscles working. Don't ever do sit-ups if you've had lots of work in here, because the scar tissue never heals. And if you start doing lots of sit-ups and these, you can damage the inner working of the muscles. That's quite hard to heal. Not saying they can't be healed, but it is hard. So look at your fitness, what you would like to gain, what you would like to maybe keep up as a repetitive thing. You get up in the morning and you do a few things that count into this area before you start your day. And what I'm going to show you here is a good thing to do if you wanted to keep it in your room and see how it goes. So once you've got that, number it. Try and remember what the numbers are. Then put it down, as I say, put your rose quartz in the middle. And then I've got a pendulum for asking questions. Talk about that in a minute. And then what I'm going to do here today is just to show you cards. So these are oracle cards. I have 4 packs. 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 packs. If I'm working with clients, I can have anything up to 10 packs. And I will show you why we're going to use these. But we're going to use 4 packs. So when you sit down with your packs, if you have any oracle cards, and I'll show you, mine are all angel ones. So the ones I've got out are, my first one is this pack here. And this is for, I love this one. So it's the Archangels and Gemstone Guardian cards. And these are really beautiful. I love them, absolutely. I came across these when I was having a reading from a medium, and she used these in her set, and they were just lovely and so accurate. The next one I'm using is this Mermaids and Dolphin cards. Another lovely set to have. And these are just some of the images. So I'll be shuffling them in a minute. And so always keep them shuffled. If you want to start, you can blow on them. That just takes away the energy of whatever might have been there. Shuffle them and put them down. The next pack I'm going to use are these ones. The Magical Unicorn cards. These are really lovely too. And look, every single card has that on the back. They are really beautiful. Give them a shuffle. What I tend to find, strangely enough, is once you, especially if they're a new pack, you go like that, they're much easier to shake. Shuffle up. Very good, those. Woohoo! As that flew out, we'll keep it out. Actually, I'm going to use that for the collective. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts, everyone. To feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. Isn't that gorgeous? Just really flew out. And the last pack I'm going to use today are these ones. Messages from the fairies. Magical messages from the fairies. And these also are stunning. It's just so pretty. All these decks that I've picked out are all very gentle. Very gentle, very soft, very guiding, and they want you to do well. So, if you can get hold of 4 decks, that's brilliant. If you can't, you've got 1 deck, use your 1 deck. So what we're going to do, we need to have 6 cards. So, out of the gemstone, archangels and gemstones, let's see how many come out. Ooh. Right, I've got 3. So that'll be too many because that's 7. I've only got 6. So let's just see what happens. Mermaid and dolphins. I can read them as a collective. Right, self-employment. So I can go down there. When you put them down so you can only see this part of it. So basically put them down face down. Right, we're going to have a go at the unicorn, magical unicorn cards. So another one flew out. So put that down there. Last but not least, we're going to do magical messages from the fairies. Right. I'm not going to take one from here because I'm getting a message that they want me to use the 3 I've got here, which works out 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 cards out. I took 1 earlier. So what I'm now going to do is with the dowser, I'm going to lay the cards out so they're all in a line. And then I'm going to say for the first question, which is health, which card do I need for health? I hold this up. Now, when I'm doing my readings, I ask the pendulum, if you've never used one before, to know what your yes and no is. The first question you ask the pendulum is, you say to the pendulum, what is my name? And then the pendulum will swing. It could either go round, I'm going to move it, could either go anti-clockwise, could go clockwise, backwards and forwards. So when you know what your yes is, just make sure, say another question in your head or out loud, just to make sure you know what your no looks like. Because you might find you go clockwise round for yes and anti-clockwise for no. You might not. And if it's not very movie, ask for clarity. Because you really do need to know what your yes and your no is. So with this, I know what my yes and no are. So I'm going to ask for health. Which card do I need for health? And then what I do is, as it's laying down, I hold this over the top. And I wait to see. So it's saying this card, but I will ask because it was already spinning. Then I'll show the next card. Which card do I need for health? Well, I'm doing very well here. I've got all cards going. Right, thank you very much indeed. Do I need this card for health? No. 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 Right, go back here again. Do I need this card for health? No. Do I need this card for health? Right, so this card, the pendulum is saying yes to. And this is Archangel Chamal, and it's watermelon tourmaline. So in the health section, above health, I'm just going to write in there Archangel Chamal. So I know. My heart is open. So for my health, I've got on my card, my heart is open to giving and receiving love. I transform the world around me through focusing my energy and intentions of divine love. Every word I say and every thought I think travel on the frequency of love. So when you pick something, you then have that card and those words for that card for 2 weeks. You are going to work for 2 weeks you've done your pendulum, and you'll work around all the cards and you'll write them all in on all the numbers, and then for 2 solid weeks you will watch and listen what happens out there in the universe. When you go out, you will look around you, and these cards are going to help you decipher what the crystal and your body is trying to lead you towards. So on the other side to the crystal card says, are you looking for romance? Do you need attention or affection? It is time to nurture yourself and treat yourself the way you want others to treat you. This is a good time to rev up your self-acceptance, increase your willingness to allow more love in your life. This is for my health. So this goes down in your book, and you know then this card's going to stay with your book, or you can tear the page out and say, this is it, stick it up somewhere. Obviously only use a bit of tacky stuff for these because you don't want to damage them. And then you've got this for 2 weeks to see how much you've gone from not recognizing anything maybe to suddenly noticing what would draw love into your life that is good. It's good for your health. So this is what you're after. Things that are good for your health. If it's not going to be good for your health, try not to go down it. But you can ask, if it's not going to be good for my health, why are you bringing somebody into my life, or am I doing it? And start to listen to your body. I will explain things as they go, but you can write and tell me that your body does this, whatever it does, when you're near people, and maybe when you feel you've been drawn to someone. If you keep this on a chain nearby and you meet someone, you can ask the question, is this the person I'm due to meet? You know what your yes is on it, and you know what your no is. You can always ask your crystal again, what's my yes? What is my name? Wait for it to say, what is your name? Yes, that is it. Confirming what you're thinking in your head. Then you know you're on the right track. You can say, the person sitting in front of me now, at the dinner table, are we compatible? Even if you don't like the result, learn. If you decide to go against the result of the crystal, that is absolutely fine, but learn. What doesn't matter that you go against it, because you might think, I don't trust this enough for that. But then don't be trusting of it the next day. You can't have it both ways, because then that's how you're never going to get anywhere. But if you wanted to find out more, you keep an open mind with the person you're making friends with. The crystal says no. If the crystal was really spinning like this, should that be your yes or your no? Take heed. If it's your yes, it's a very, very strong power to have got to that. If it's your no, stay away. Toxin. You don't have to. You have choices. But at least you'll know. And you can write down, the crystal went crazy, but I still stayed. Then see how the patterns go. You are in charge, and you now have a tool to work to see how things go. Just don't over ask. You over ask, nothing will happen. So that's how it goes. You have a crystal. So on health, I've got Archangel Chamal. I'll keep that out because that's my health card. Keep that to one side. Then the next one is wealth. I put that as number 2. So I hold this card up and say, is this card my wealth card? No. Thank you very much. Always say thank you very much to the crystal when it's done its work. Is this card my wealth card? No. Thank you very much indeed. Is this card my wealth card? No. Thank you very much indeed. Is this card my wealth card? Yes. That will be my wealth card then. Thank you very much indeed. Is this card my wealth card? No. This is just to make sure that you're aware of what the cards are saying. So I go with this one. And this card says change. The changes that you're going through are positive. So this is wealth. So I'm going through changes that are positive. This is the card. So on here, I can write down change. And I can put the magical unicorns, just so that I can know when I come back to it. So I'm keeping a note of where the packs are, where the cards come. This card will stay out with the other one. My third card is going to be work. So pick up my third card and say, is this card my work card? No. Thank you very much. Is this card my work card? No. Thank you very much. Is this card my work card? Yes. So this card is called self-employment. You're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. That's my work card. I do love these cards, I have to admit, all of them. Whenever you work with these cards, you will pull out cards like this. I mean, they're all telling me what they are for. It's just so funny. I mean, I'm laughing about it because it's self-employment and I'm pulling out the work card. But this is what it's about. It's about you trusting different ways to learn to trust everything. Your body never lets you down. You let your body down. You injure it and never say sorry. So if I injured my knee now, I should be rubbing it and going, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, what did I do that for? Especially if you're walking something, or you clip your foot or your toe, because you walk around the house barefooted. I mean, I walk around the house barefooted because I like my feet on the ground. If you injure yourself, say sorry. This thing is so important. Without it, you're dead. And if it can't move, you're not going to go anywhere. Don't say sorry to anybody else first. Say sorry to yourself first. Think about it. It's the most amazing tool anybody has. And this is your partner. Don't worry about your husband, your wife, your whatever. First and foremost, you have one partner to totally love. And this is it. This thing that you live in is your partner. And it's telling you constantly, don't bash into that, try not to fall off the wall, I'll steer you in the right direction. All that food's not going to be very good for you. Sometimes before you go to eat something, your stomach will start to ache. It's telling you, we don't want it. Don't have another piece of bubble gum, for God's sake, not all that sugar and those toxins. You don't even know what's in the thing. And that's true enough. Most of us don't know what's in bubble gum. You've got to have a piece of cake. I'm particular fancy of chocolate cake. But you go and get yourself a piece of cake. You still, when you look at the ingredients, half of it is, who knows what that means? Oh, it's only got 40% cocoa in it. What? Or it says 70% milk chocolate. Well, there's no such thing as milk chocolate. Not as a component to start with. If it said 70% cocoa, it would be very expensive and very bitter. But if it says 70% milk chocolate, what does that mean? It's already been made up, so it's not the original item. So that's not true. So basically, who knows what you've got in it before you've even started. The point of it is, if your body starts to ache there or starts to get a pain there, this is telling you the reason the pain is in the shoulder is because what you're eating is causing trauma in the body, and it's now all stored in your shoulder. Your head starts to throb. There's overhead lights going on. Your head doesn't throb in any other light. Move away from something and to see what is causing that pain or that whatever it is. Then you'll start learning. Your body's saying, keep away from that, keep away from this. If it really likes something, there'll be no reaction in your body whatsoever to anything. It's happy, doesn't matter, couldn't care less. But it has very certain ways of telling you exactly what it doesn't like. Anyway, this one says self-employment, so I've put down self-employment card. And this one is messages, no, this one is mermaids and dolphins. So that's that one. And as I said, it says you're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. You can, if you wanted to, when you do these cards, not just read the card, but actually read the book there. Personally, that's got enough information on there. I can start with this. I don't want too much information because I might not get going. But that's what I'm going to start with. Right. And the next one I'm going for 3, 4 is friendship. So same process again. Is this card for friendship? No. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Is this card for friendship? Thank you very much indeed. Is this card for friendship? Yes. Right. That's wonderful. Thank you very much indeed. And this card says happy thoughts. So with happy thoughts, to feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. My friendships always make me smile. I have just the most amazing bunch of friends, and a year ago I moved to where I am now, and I'm making new friends. And a lot of the friends that I'm making are through the spiritual practices. I've met mediums, healers, and they're just wonderful, absolutely wonderful. It's just lovely. I wouldn't have met them otherwise, but I've met them through shows that I go to. I do a lot of festivals and shows, and I've met them through there, and I've collaborated with two people. One person came to me for healing, and we've got a very good friendship, and it's just wonderful. I love it. It's just a whole new world for me. So happy thoughts to go with friendships. And this card is Magical Unicorns. So that's another really lovely card. I'm cheating. I'm putting the cards in the wrong place already. Right, the fifth card is mentoring. So someone I need to help teach me. Hello, is this card the card for mentoring? Yeah. All right, thank you very much indeed. And this card is Archangel Raziel. I have a deep understanding of myself and the circles of life around me. I'm aligned with the divine. I'm profoundly clairvoyant and extremely intuitive. I clearly comprehend the details of everything that is set out before me. I feel peacefully empowered. And the crystal for this card is Chariot. Chariot. I'm sure I'm not saying that correctly. You are finding that life is are you finding that life is out of control? Do you need to sort out exactly what's going on to get to the reason of the chaos? Take the time to go within and call on the ascended masters, spirit guides, and angels to provide you with the inspiration you need to transform your life. So when it comes to mentoring, I'll be asking the spirit world and the archangels and everyone else in it, which is funny enough what I do. So I shall carry on listening to their advice and taking that. So this is called Charo. I will make sure I'm saying that correctly. Archangel Raziel. That is wonderful. They're so correct, aren't they? And my last card is for fitness. And this one is Archangel Michael. I am focused. I see, sense, feel, and know the truth. I follow my intuition. It is easy for me to meditate. My entourage of angels orchestrates my life. I receive messages all the time and follow my internal guidance system. Wisdom is innate within me. And the stone is lapis lazuli. And this says, are you listening to your inner guidance? And this is exactly what we're talking about, isn't it? Listening to inner guidance. Well, for fitness, I can tell you I'm not at all. Let go of the extra stress in your life. Release obstacles that cause frustration. Align with the angels and allow divine orchestration to light your path to bring you to the right place at the right time. Flow and allow your inner guidance to show you the way. Listen to that still small voice within you in order to find the answers you seek. So there are my cards for this course. So with this, I would love you to go and have a go at learning to trust. Trusting the angels, your guardian angel, archangels, and various mediums like this, the crystal. These are both rose quartz. And then working on this parameter. After 2 weeks of doing it, try and remember to do it every day. If you don't, but keep it somewhere where you can see it, so you can go up and have a look. See how much it changes your life. And see how much confidence you get. Because crystals and knowing your inner workings give you confidence. Because someone really has your back. That feeling of someone else literally having your back so that you know you are right in what you're saying, what you're doing. You might be delivering a speech, and as you're saying it, words are coming to you because you've asked for help. You might not need something in your hand, you put it down and you speak it. And people will come up and go, that was amazing. Where did you get all that information from? It came because you asked. It came because you trusted the process. It came because your body loves you. And your body has always loved you. And it's trying all the time to give you the best of everything. But if you decide otherwise, it can't say no to you because you drive the vehicle. But now you're listening to it. It's got the universe. It's got Mother Earth who creates everything to go and ask. Because Mother Earth's child is your body. Mother Earth created your body. She didn't create you, but she created your body. So when your body says, Mother Earth, can you help? Mother Earth is listening to what help you need. And then she will look around at the universe and call in everything humanly possible to help you. She will call in everything and anything and then sets it up for you to do well. And that's because Mother Earth knows all of creation. We can't know it. It's too phenomenal for anything to know. The best computers in the world don't know it. But the human body does. Seeks out its mother, its father, its brothers, its sisters. It seeks all knowledge and then brings it in and tries to explain it to you. Once you're listening to that knowledge and taking advantage of that because you trust the simplicity of it all, you will be phenomenal. You will be empowered. You will be driving your ship forever and ever and ever in all the right directions. From a very simple tool, which is this. Go and enjoy it. Any questions? Comment. Tell me what your questions are. Tell me how you're getting on. What's happened? Do we need to tweak this little chart? Do we need to ask any more questions? Do we need to understand more about it? I'm here. You don't have to if you subscribe to this channel, then obviously every time I post something new on this particular subject, even because I might be answering questions that have been put forward and they want to know more, you might want to know more as well. After 2 weeks, we look to see how we're doing. Do we need a new crystal to come in? Because this energy is really gentle. There's no poof, biff, baff, boff. There's none of that. When we start to get to deeper healing within your body and remove the pains and the aches and the trauma, we may well need other crystals, and we may well need grids. We'll still be needing the pendulum to ask which card you need for each of the categories, but we will need stronger, more powerful crystals. But for the time being, let's stay with the beautiful rose quartz. My name is Carol. We're on Healogize, Healogize_Reiki, or Healogize Gap Reiki, space Reiki. I have a website, healogize.com. Please come and see me. Go to the website, get in touch with me through my website. There is so much. I love crystals. I've been healing with crystals for 20 years. I've lent crystals to people who I've never even met until my first engagement with them. And they've been profound. People have been given gifts, all sorts of things by crystal work. It's just an amazing tool, and I'm only too grateful to share this wonderful tool with you for free so that you too can be empowered and be jumping up and down with glee because you're now talking to Mother Earth, and that really is something amazing once you're talking to Mother Earth and listening and getting what you need. Thumbs up. Let's go. Bye.